Hi Aries. Welcome, and a very warm welcome to your forecast of November 2017. Into the depths you go. This is your annual month for introspection and reflection, as the Sun visits Scorpio and your private, intimate 8th house. You're cocooning and you'll emerge with strength and new wings soon enough. With El Sol in this hyper-focused part of your chart until November 21st, the divine is in the details. Avoid scattering your energy. Tune out the background noise. You'll make huge strides, both emotionally and professionally, by leaning into a complex undertaking or building bonds with a tight inner circle. Expansive Jupiter is visiting Scorpio for the next year, from October 10, 2017, to November 8, 2018, to be exact. You could soon be captivated by an all-consuming project, self-discovery work, or the untangling of interpersonal knots. A joint financial venture could heat up. The November 18th Scorpio new moon is an especially potent day for plunging into those waters. This day will set off a 6-month cycle of growth around sex, emotional bonding and shared finances. This new moon in your 8th house of merging could plant the seeds for a financial windfall or a big rite of passage, for example, pregnancy, engagement, moving in together, buying a home. The plot will thicken and unfold between now and the Scorpio full moon on April 29, 2018. In love, you could meet someone who has soulmate potential with strong sexual chemistry to boot. Couplegrams could work on getting closer with your current partner or perhaps making a financial investment together. At work, a strategic partnership could have the makings of a lucrative win-win. Start looking into ways your money can work harder for you, perhaps through passive income like affiliate sales, real estate or other investments. Don't gloss over legal contracts if you do join forces. While the divine is in the details, the devil can slip into them, too. A big money moment could arrive as early as November 4th, when the year's only Taurus full moon illuminates your 2nd house of work, finances and self-worth. You've been hustling hard toward a goal, and this lunation could bring a payoff. Over the past 6 months, you've built up to new levels of confidence and security. Now it's time to take inventory of your lifestyle. Is it aligned with your values? If certain situations are draining you, let them go. Pour your energy into things that deliver a high ROI. If your own work has been subpar, your focus has probably been scattered. Use this full moon to prioritize and get back on track, even if that means making a few tough choices, like skipping a music festival or telling friends to book an Airbnb instead of crashing at your place. Major epiphanies could arrive a week later, on November 11th, when structured Saturn and liberated Uranus form their third of 3 rare and harmonious trines. The last 2 alignments were on December 24, 2016, and May 19, 2017. Events sparked at these dates will have a bold third act today, which could transform a major part of your identity. These planets are very different polar opposites, in fact. And they don't tend to play well together. But because of this cooperative angle, you have a rare opportunity to integrate their contrasting agendas. What could a mashup of rule-making Saturn and rule-breaking Uranus look like? Can we fight for progress while still honoring tradition? One recent example of this disparity has been the #Kukni movement, in which professional athletes in the US are protesting the oppression of people of color by kneeling during the national anthem. It's sparked a huge controversy. Can people still be proud Americans but make a statement about the ways the nation has systematically failed parts of its population? At the Saturn-Uranus trine this month, there could be fruitful dialogue. In your own life, this trine asks you, where can you create important changes without overturning everything? How can you not, as the saying goes, throw out the baby with the bathwater? Uranus is in Aries and your 1st house of self, while Saturn is in Sagittarius and your visionary 9th house. Translation: support your lofty dreams with a practical plan. Doing so could win you the support of heavy hitters, ones who might be surprisingly helpful to your mission. Your trailblazing ideas could sway powerful and influential people now. And you don't have to do things on their terms either, Aries. This Saturn-Uranus trine could help you change the system from within. You might be invited to teach a workshop, publish your ideas or speak publicly about your passions. Or you'll use your bright light to expose places where our society needs healing. We're loving the vibrant and authentic Twitter feed of Aries Paris Jackson, who drops unapologetic truth bombs with a mission of bettering the world. She's a great example of how to use your Aries individuality in the service of something bigger than yourself. It won't be as easy to play the peaceful warrior on the November 19th, when your ruler, hot-headed Mars, locks into a fiery square with power-monger Pluto. Talk about combustible. Combative Mars is in your interpersonal 7th house, and Pluto is in your 10th house of authority. You might reach a breaking point, especially at work or in a relationship. Too many demands could leave you resentful and ready to explode. But with Mars in weakened detriment while in Libra, you might come across as finger-pointing and even whiny. Aries, don't make excuses, for yourself or others. You need to be firm but not domineering. An attraction could intensify at the Mars-Pluto square, but can you handle the heat? While you're drawn to someone's powerful presence, your intuition could also flash a few warning signals that you shouldn't ignore. All of this passion and intrigue gives way to sunny optimism on November 21st, when the Sun soars into Sagittarius and brightens your 9th house of travel, expansion and risk. Get out of the weeds and set your sights on the bigger picture. That vision will get even clearer around November 22nd, when foggy Neptune ends a 5-month retrograde that began on June 16th. Your soul searching could start to take shape and lead to something tangible. Craft those dreamy notions into grand plans for the new year, which will be here soon enough. If you've felt adrift, you'll soon find an anchor. Get out there and start spreading the word. Connect with your tribe and regain your sense of limitless possibilities. When you attach yourself to a big enough idea, Aries, life will become magical again. For the love and romance. Relationships are the front burner topic this month, as the love planets, Venus and Mars, spend all of November in your committed relationship houses. Venus is in harmonizing Libra until November 7th, then she saunters into sultry Scorpio for the rest of November. You'll be magnetic and mysterious, a pretty irresistible combo, especially when Venus unites with expansive Jupiter in Scorpio on November 13th. And, it has to be said, you'll be a bit intense. Luckily, diplomatic Venus in your merger-minded zone lends a softening touch during this all-or-nothing Venus cycle. That helps you discuss your rather specific needs without completely scaring people away. Ramping up the intrigue, spicy Mars, your ruler, is in Libra and your 7th house of partnerships, making you assertive about your desires. Not that you're one to hold back, but now, nobody will wonder where you stand. Why play games? You know what you want, so might as well be direct. Work that swagger. Single Rams will have a sexy confidence surge while the Red Planet plays Cupid from October 22nd to December 9th. Put yourself out there unapologetically and let your friends know you're open to being set up with their best in show. This Mars transit only happens every 2 years, and you might as well fully take advantage of its motivating powers. You could attract quite a few contenders with long-term potential, and even better, they'll be drawn to your fabulous Aries charisma and bottomless supply of life force energy. The hardest part of this cycle might be choosing between all the great options. With aggro Mars in your balanced 7th house, be mindful that you don't come on too strong. Not every conversation calls for that full frontal ram energy. Make sure to work out regularly, especially since your career will be more demanding now, too. Everyone wants a piece of you, and it could get exhausting. Yes, you thrive on a measure of stress. But save that intensity for the bedroom, where you can be quite the all-star this month. With Venus spending most of this month in your erotic 8th house, devote some memorable hours to independent study projects in there. Thinking of making a bond official? November's love forecast looks promising for permanent partnerships, from proposals to vow renewals to taking another big next step. But no need to rush, okay? Hasty Mars can also pile on the pressure to find someone, especially with the holidays coming up. This isn't a race, and you don't have anything to prove. But did we really need to tell you that? The opportunity days are November 13th. The two benefics meet in your deep-diving 8th house, opening you up to new adventures in sex, emotion and connection. Sparks could fly with a long-distance or cross-cultural flame. November 15th. Indulge a private fantasy or bring back the mystery with a for their eyes only performance. Irresistible sexual attraction will be stronger than logic, and you can easily get pulled into a clandestine or chemistry-fueled connection. November 18th. A fresh start to sex and emotional bonding arrives. In the next 6 months, you could manifest a pregnancy, cohabitation, engagement or serious move. November 22nd. Mixed messages. Neptune's backspin since mid-June has made it hard to know whom to trust. The fog should lift now. Challenge days. November 4th. Venus-Uranus opposition. Have you compromised your needs to keep the peace in your love life? Selfish moves could disrupt harmony. Is your fierce individuality making it hard to find a mate? November 19th. Battle for the upper hand might ensue in a relationship, or tension may brew from not seeing eye to eye. Deep-seated anger or resentment could also bubble up, especially if one of you has sacrificed your goals for the other's happiness. Single rams may feel drawn to someone aloof or controlling, perhaps a vestige of some unresolved daddy issues. Concerning money and career. The Scorpio sun is burning through your 8th house of long-term finances and joint ventures until November 21st, putting the focus on mergers and money management. A little behind-the-scenes calculating goes a long way under such strategic skies. It's not how much you make, it's what you do with it, Aries. You might consult a financial advisor and drum up a few outside-of-box ways to make your money work harder and smarter for you. Consider rolling some of your hard-earned cash into stocks, savings or some other plan with a promising return. The Taurus full moon falls on November 4th, spotlighting your security-seeking second house of work and money. News of a job offer could arrive, or you could get a lovely payout for your hard-working efforts. It's a great day to pitch a new client or accept a plum project that positions you for a raise. Pause and prioritize at this full moon. Review your schedule and budget, and make sure they're realistic enough for you to stick to. Enjoy a dose of practical luxury by rewarding yourself with a pleasurable splurge and make it a good one. Rather than fritter your funds away on impulse buys, invest in something you cherish for a long time, like a high-end bag or a weekend spa package at a boutique hotel with a farm-to-table restaurant. You don't have to do it all yourself. Assertive Mars is plowing through Libra and your commitment-focused 7th house all month long, helping you partner up with people whose skills dovetail with yours. On November 18th, the new moon in merging-minded Scorpio opens a portal for partnerships that are built to last. Explore ways you can create a win-win scenario by blending your superpowers over the next 6 months. There's a sense of permanence and even pressure this month, which could put some of your relationships on the front burner. Ask yourself, is this person really on your team for the long haul, or just biding their time? Honest conversations can be fruitful as long as you keep them diplomatic. Dial down the emotion and intensity and stay focused on the bigger picture mission. What's the common goal and the desired outcome here? Fortunately, communication planet Mercury is in Sagittarius and you're outspoken, broad-minded 9th house from November 5th on, making it easier to drop a few truth bombs in your quest to get unstuck. Opportunity days are November 4th. Today's full moon in your finance sector could find you flush with cash from a year-end bonus or fielding job offers. You might nail a pitch or land a new client. November 5th. Mental Mercury moves into your expansive 9th house for the rest of the year, helping you dream and think big. Talk up your ideas, share them with a wide audience, go global. Heads up, Mercury goes retrograde here on December 3rd. November 11th. You have a light bulb moment for how to improve things dramatically at work as an intrapreneur or how to create a meaningful career path that betters the world. Draft up your ideas, outline the long-term benefits, then present them to a decision maker who's open to change. This is the 3rd round of this retrine, which also occurred December 24, 2016, and May 19, 2017. November 22nd. Neptune ends its hazy retrograde cycle in your 12th house of hidden agendas, which began June 16th. You'll be able to suss out someone's true colors. The challenge days are November 19th. Competitive Mars butts heads with powermonger Pluto in your career sector. Tension could flare with a client or key collaborator. You may not see eye to eye about the future. A negotiation could hit a roadblock if you disagree over key goals. This what we have for you here this month. Thank you for following and watching. And I would like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can receive the latest postings. I'll see you there in December. Have a good month.